Oh man, so Fantom has broken down from the pattern which I showed with you yesterday. And remember guys, in the comments, people were laughing at me. They were spitting in my face, as MM Crypto says, right? But this is what happens, guys. This is why you have to take this with a pinch of salt, because I will tell you exactly what I see in the charts. And again, guys, sorry I'm not in camera. I've got this messed up red eye and I don't want to subject you guys to that. So if you appreciate this update, hit up the likes, subscribe. Don't forget to collect your free money, guys. You've got Swissborg offering you up to 100 euros when you deposit 50 euros or more. You've got Coinbase giving you $10 in free Bitcoin when you buy or sell $100 or more in crypto. And don't forget, BlockFi will give you $10 in Bitcoin waiting for you when you deposit $100 or more. Right, so I'm going to get straight into the Fantom chart. But before that, I need to remind you guys of the Bitcoin chart as always. And as you can see here, Bitcoin is down another 1.5%. We're sitting at 53,900. Now remember, when we were up here and I said, I'm just going to switch over to the 4-hourly because it makes it a little bit clearer. When we were sitting at much higher levels, when we were in our green rectangle, I suggested we were going to see lower figures. A lot of the popular YouTube influencers were saying, no, we're going to get a rotation and head back up. But I maintained the fact that we could see lower levels. And I specifically quoted 52 to the 54,000 levels. And a lot of people thought I was crazy, but I gave my reasoning behind it. I said, look, if we do not hold this support here, we got to head down. We're in this falling wedge anyway. And you can see our next level of support is this long white line. Okay, so I can see that starting to come in. As you can see, the wedges heading towards that, and I can see that starting to come in at the low 52s, right? 52, 300, even 53, depending on how long this plays out. Now, the critical thing we have just seen is we've just seen it play out in the last couple of 4-hourly candles, but you can see we are now losing this horizontal support at 54,444. Okay, this is an important horizontal level for us. This is the last one before we head down to this white line. So now the question is, what's going to happen out of this wedge? The good news we have with this wedge is we do have more of a probability to break to the upside statistically. Okay, and if we do, we could set our price target to the top of the wedge, back up highs, right? That's the momentum of the move based on technical analysis. But there's going to be a lot of resistance from there. Even if we do break to the upside, like we saw with this fake out just a couple of days ago, then we need to break above the 60,000 level mark, this green horizontal line here, where my cursor is right now, and then head higher from here. Hope that makes sense. That's what we need from Bitcoin. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because all coins will move based on what Bitcoin does. It's common sense. But for those of you who are new here, that is what happens. Now we want to talk about Fantom. And before I talk about Fantom, guys, if you want to support this channel and you appreciate these updates, regardless of where in the world I am, I've just driven 5 hours to another hotel room for more meetings, but I'm committed to bringing you guys this update. So smash up the likes. If you want to join the channel, hit join. You can become a member of the channel and support my efforts. But at the same time, you'll get access to our members only chat. In there, you and just the members will be able to ask me questions on your favorite cryptos, even the coins we don't cover, your portfolio, anything else. If you hit join, you'll get access to that to ask me questions anytime you want. Right, what is going on with Fantom? Well, you remember from yesterday's videos, my drawings are still on here, we were entering this ascending wedge, okay? And in these patterns, you have more chance to the downside. I made that very clear in my video. You're more likely to break to the downside than you are to the upside, okay? The probabilities are not in your favor on this pattern if you're trading this on a short-term time frame, and that's how we know that we're more likely to break to the downside. And you can see we broke into the downside very early. We didn't even use all the wedge. You can see we've now headed to the downside, and we're now getting a little bit of a fight. You can see the wick on this candle here, on this 4-hourly candle. You can see we're getting a little bit of a fight off our horizontal support level here at $1.94. Okay, we're sitting at $1.93 right now. We're trying to hold this level right now as we speak. The technical target from this breakdown to the downside, if you were shorting this, or if you're monitoring it like I am, then you want to look for this at the bottom of the wedge, which ties in perfectly with our horizontal support at $1.79. So I'm watching out for the $1.79 mark. If it hits there, then I'm going to be nibbling a little bit more. My position is getting very, very big on Fantom, but I need to make sure it's weighted with respect to the rest of my portfolio. So I can't get too carried away, but when we get to these juicy levels, I'm super excited on Fantom. Now, after that, once we look at that 179 level, your next levels do come in at, we said the 179 there, and then your next level is at 165 from here, okay? So those are levels we want to be monitoring, and God forbid if we lose those two levels, then we're getting a significant retracement all the way down to sub $1. But just making you aware of that, I don't think that's going to happen, guys. I think we're either going to get a bounce here, or at the very worst, we'll head to the bottom of the wedge pattern and bounce at $1.79. So that's what I'm looking out for here, okay? And that would be a great dip buy at that point. Now, let's head back over to the daily, because there's one more thing I want to show you on Fantom, just to give you an idea of what's going on. So let's just move this here. And if I take out my, what I want to do now is I want to take out my Fibonacci retracement. And I'm going to go from swing low to the high, which is when we create our new all-time high. And as you can see, where we're getting this support right here, so you can see exactly where the level I just showed you bouncing, it ties in exactly with the 0.382 level. That's the $1.93 level. We just spoke about that as horizontal support, and the Fibonacci line ties in perfectly with that. So this is a critical level for us. If we cannot bounce from here, this is going to be a little bit of a problem for us on Fantom, and we could be expecting more further downside. So I'm going to be watching this very carefully over the next 5 hours whilst this daily candle closes, and hopefully the body of the candle closes above this line and we get another good green candle tomorrow, in which case then we would have managed to avert losing the 0.382 mark. If we lose that, then like I said, we've got further downside to firstly 179 level and then the 164, 165 level on Fantom. So that's what I'm keeping an eye out on the downside. If we can get a good bounce from here, the next test will be for us, if we can get a rotation out, what we need is it to bounce here and then get straight back up above the apex of the triangle. And that's not going to be easy to do because you can see how much of an ascending triangle this was. We need to be back at $2.30 to undo this pattern here. If I bring out the VPVR as well, you can see this is a very shallow level. So if we lose this support at this level here, if I just show you with my pencil, you can see if we lose this level here, which is where we're fighting, it does get shallow here until support picks up back down here. So we need to be wary of that. If I bring out the EMA ribbon as well, not taking any shortcuts with you guys, if I bring out the EMA ribbon, you can see what is going on here. We are severely bearish on the daily chart unless we pick up some momentum and head to the upside. So this is definitely a retracement, a significant retracement from Fantom from our all-time highs of $3.50. We're definitely at a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, whatever you want to call it. If you have high conviction, this shouldn't be bothering you. Like I said, from a psychology perspective, what I do in these times, when I see the market panicking, when I see retracements, I go back to what gave me conviction. I'll do more fundamental research. I'll look at the total value locked. I'll look at the projects being built on Fantom, and I'll ask myself, am I just being stubborn? Am I just buying more because I'm being stubborn because I want to be right? Or has something fundamentally changed? Do I still believe in this, or has something fundamentally changed? So hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, head over into a free public Discord channel. You can tag me in there and I can answer your questions over there. But you can also meet like-minded people and share your favorite crypto patterns and questions. There you have it, guys. Fantom 7% down, exactly as we predicted yesterday, right? We saw this pattern coming. We saw it forming in the charts. A lot of people would laugh at me and say, oh, what are you doing? Why are you spreading FUD? I'm not spreading FUD. I have no interest in doing that. I just show you what I see in the charts as a service to the people watching this video. If you're not interested, then you don't need to watch this video, right? I'm not one of those people that's going to be Fantom to the moon, Fantom to the moon, Fantom to the moon. It's never been me. I'm going to show you the truth, and if you have high conviction, you better get used to these kinds of retracements, because it happened with Bitcoin, it happens with Ethereum, it happens with Solana, it happens with every single coin, let alone a low market cap layer one solution such as Fantom. Okay, so you got to be able to take risks to get reward, and that's the aim of the game here in crypto. It's volatile. Okay, I'm not here to babysit anyone to say, oh, it's just going to go to the moon, it's going to be green candles every single day. Those telling you that, you guys have to be super cautious of those types of people and keep them out of your investing network. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you appreciate this, hit up the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.